Hi all, welcome to the new video of problem solving using C. In this video we are going to discuss flow of control in C. So control statements in C. C language provides statements for determining the flow of control with the programs. Uh, C is a procedural oriented program, so it needs this kind of statements. C provides two styles of flow control. First one, branching or decision making statement, and second, looping statements. Branching and looping statements. Branching is deciding what actions to take, and looping decide how many times to take a certain action. So the difference is the branching decides what actions to take, and looping decides how many times to take certain action. So first we are going to discuss branching or decision making statements. It is so called because the program chooses to follow one branch or another. This is also called decision making statement because it make decisions. So the important branching or decision making statements are if statement, switch statement, conditional operator, that means question mark followed by colon, then goto statement. These are the branching decision making statement, if statement, switch statement, conditional operator, and goto statements. First we are going to discuss if statement. It is the most simple form of the branching statement, and it is similar to a conditional operator that we have already discussed in the second module. Now if statements can be implemented in many forms depending on the complexity of conditions to be tested. The different forms of if statements are given below. First one, simple if statement, then if else statement, then nested if else statement, then else if ladder statement. Else if ladder statement. So these are the if statements: simple if statement, if else statement, nested if else statement, and else if ladder statements. First we are going to discuss simple if else statement. Simple if statement. uh, the general form of simple if statements is given below. If expression, then within flower brace statement inside. If the expression returns true, then execute statement inside. Otherwise, the statement is skipped and executed outside program. Now, this is the example for simple if statement. Here we have enter file stdio.h, then main function void main. In the main function we have two variables x and y. For x we have given 50 and 15, and for y we have given 30. We are going to implement if statement, simple if statements. Here is the expression x greater than y. Now statements is print x is greater than y. Here x greater than y, 15 greater than 30. So the condition is true, then the statement with followed by if statement is executed. That means x is greater than y. So it will be the result. If x is 13 and y is 15, then it will not be executed. Now moving to next second form of if statement, that is if else statements. The general syntax is if expression, then statement of block 1 is executed, otherwise else statement of block 2 executed. There are two conditions. If statement is true, then statement 1 is executed. Then if statement is not true, that means false, then else statement block of 2 is executed. Now here we have an example for if else statement, similar to the previous one. In the case of if case, in the main function we have x and y. For x we have value 15, and for y we have value 18. We are going to check if x greater than y, that means 15 greater than y, 50 greater than 18. Statement is false, so this will not be executed. Then this statement is terminated, then else condition statements followed by else statement will be executed. That means y is greater than x. This is the importance of if else statements. So the statement of block 2 is executed because y is greater than x. Now moving to the third form of if statement, that is nested if else statements. A nested if else is a if else statement inside another if statement is called nested if else statement. So here is the syntax for nested if. Inside if we have another if and else statement. In the first if statements we have an else statement. Inside these if statements we have another condition. If expression 1, then statement block 1, else statement block 2, then else terminated this if and else statement, then else statement of block 3. This kind of statement is called nested if else statement. A if else statement inside another if is called nested if statement. Now here we have an example. In the main function we have three variables a, b, c. To accept three numbers we are going to insert, for example, 5, 10 and 15. 5, 10 and 15. 5 for a, 10 for b and 15 for c. Now we are going to check if a greater than b. A is 5 and b is 10. So the statement is false. So it will be terminated from the if case. Then else, here we go. If b greater than c, b is 10 and c is 15. So b is not greater than, so the statement is false. Now the else printf c is the greatest. This statement will be executed because c is greater than or a and b. That means the value of c is 15, b is 10 and a is 5. So c is the greatest will be displayed. This is the importance of nested if else statement. Here statement followed by if first if clause is executed if a condition is true, otherwise turn to the else statement block. Now moving to the last form of, that is fourth form of else if statement, that is else if ladder statement. The general form of else if ladder is if expression 1, then statement of block 1 is executed, else if expression 2, then statement of block 2 executed, etc. Statement of n, statement of block n is executed. Else if all the statements are false, then a default statement will be executed. With the example you can easily understand. Here we have a main function. Inside main function a variable declare in a, then you need to give the value for a, that is printf enter a number, then scanf ampersand a. For example, we have given a number 25, so scanf %d ampersand a, we have given 25. Now if a modulus 5 equal 0 and a modulus 8 equal to 0, this a modulus 5 is okay, 25 modulus 5 is 0, but the condition a modulus 8 is not equal to 0, so this condition is not satisfied. Now else if a mod 8 equal to 0, this condition is also false. Then else if a mod 5 is equal to 0, a mod 5 means 25 mod 5 which is equal to 0, then printf divisible by 5. So 25 divisible by 5, this is the result. If you give 8, then statement followed by else if a modulus 8 equal to 0 will be executed, that means divisible by 8. Or if if you give the value 40 this condition satisfies 40 modulus 5 and 40 modulus 8 is equal to 0. So the condition followed by if a modulus 5 equals 0 and a modulus 8 equal to 0, that means divisible by both 5 and 8. This is the else if ladder statement. So here we have done the if forms. Now we are going to the next branching statement, that is switch statement. It allows us to execute one code block among many alternatives. Means you can do the same thing with if else if ladder. However, it is similar to if else if ladder in the working principle. Now here we have the syntax switch expression, then case 1 case value 1, then block 1 break will be there to terminate the case, then case value 2 block 2, then break, then case value 3 block 3, then break, then case 4 block 4, then break, then case n block n, then break, like that. Then if all the cases are false, then a default statement will be executed. So we need to understand the difference between switch and if. If statements can evaluate float conditions, but switch statements cannot evaluate float conditions. This is the one difference. Another difference is if statement can evaluate relational operator, and in the case of switch statement cannot evaluate relational operator, that is they are not allowed in switch statement. This is the major difference. Now here we have an example for switch statement. In the main function we have a character, that is operator. We are going to give addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Now double means numbers 1 and 2. These were two operands n1 and n2. Say we are going to insert the operator plus and values 5 and operands 5 and 10. So printf enter an operator, we have given plus, that is addition. Now printf enter two operators, that is n1 and n2, we give values 10 and 5 and 10. Now switch, this is the condition for switch. Switch operator, we have given the operator plus switch plus, then it will go, it will search the value plus. Here we have the value plus case plus, then printf 5 plus 10 equal to 15 will be executed. This is the result. If you give the operator as minus, then 5 minus 10, which is equal to minus 5. If you give the value multiplication, you will give 5 into 10, that is 50. And if you give the division operator, you will get 0. Here you can run this program using online GDB. You need to run this program using online GDB. Then you can understand the importance of switch statement. Now moving to conditional operator, the third type of branching statement, that is conditional operator. It is also known as ternary operator. We have already discussed it in the second module in the operator part. Now here we are going to implement conditional operator. It is ternary operator, then it is question mark followed by a colon. Here is the syntax: expression 1, then question mark, expression 2, then colon, then expression 3. If you give the value, the condition, if condition is true, then expression 1 is expression 2 is executed. Then if the expression is false, expression 1 is false, then expression 3 is executed. Here we have an example. To give your age, enter your age. Then if you give the age 26, then it will check the first part, 26 greater than or equal to 18, question mark. This is this expression 2, eligible for voting. So 26 is greater than 18, so expression 2, that is eligible for voting, is executed. If you give the input 13, 1 3, then 13 greater than or equal to 18, no, it is not, it is less than 13, less than or equal to 18. So the expression 3 is executed, that means not eligible for voting. This is the importance of conditional operator. Then we have one more branching statement is there, that is goto statement. It is used to transfer control of the program to the specified label. Here is the syntax: goto followed by label, then statements. Here we have a for statement. I will explain looping statement. For statement is an example for looping statements. I will explain you looping statements after branching statement. Then just you need to study the importance of jump statement, goto statement. So for inside for loop we have a goto statement is there, then jump followed by statement is there, that is jump is there. You will check where jump is uh, located. So after the for loop a jump is there, then it will terminate to, it will the flow of program will be in the jump part. So it will go to this part and terminated, the loop is terminated. So this is important of goto statement. Syntax is goto followed by statement. So in the next class I will come with looping statements. I hope you understand about branching statements. Thank you all.